Well, hello everybody, this is Marcus.
And Trisha.
And we are
The Messengers
Ministry. Bada bing,
yeah.
bada boom. And you know what that means? Today is a Thursday. I haven't decided what kind of name this is going to be for Thursdays. Tuesdays we're going to be Teaching Tuesdays because it's teachings from Jesus. And then on Fridays or Saturdays it's going to be an audio teaching that we do.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that on our website. We'll give you that kind of information at the end of this episode.
So you have to watch till the end.
Don't scroll. It doesn't count if you scroll to the end. Don't do that. But today we have some tips for you, and we're titling this "How to Hear God with a Big Old Ear." I'd like to have an ear. That would be cool. So anyway, we're talking about how to hear God today, and we're going to have four. Count them. 4, 2 and 2, not a 2-2, because if you wear two tutus, then that's 2 tutus. So, anyway, okay. So, we've got 4 tips for you that we're going to talk to you about how to hear God better. So, we talk a lot about how you need to listen to God, right? And if you listen to all of our audios or videos, you probably heard us talking about that a lot. So, this is especially important after you pray or talk to God, right?
You need to listen.
And we realize that some people may not know how to listen to God. So here are the pointers we're talking about. Number 1, all right? Number 1. So get in a place by yourself where you can concentrate fully on God. So being distracted, what? No. Being distracted is the number 1 way to not hear God. Find a place where you can just focus on God and what He is saying.
That's right.
Yeah.
So tip number 2, take a deep breath and just relax your mind. Just kind of breathe everything out and just relax your mind. So just a warning, many thoughts are going to come rushing to your mind because the enemy does not want you to do this. He will throw everything in your path to try and get your thoughts off of God and onto anything else. Anything.
Right. Yeah, he does that a lot. Even when you're not trying to concentrate on God. So
that's right.
Yeah. All right. So tip number 3, all right? Consciously let your spirit take over your soul. And we talked about this in another episode recently. Yeah. So your soul's made up of your mind, your will, and your emotions.
Happy emotions too.
Oh, happy emotions, yeah.
Yes.
So give up your will, what you want to do, and give it to God, okay? Yeah. And that's the important thing. You let your feelings just kind of float away, Yeah. Let your feelings just kind of go. Give them to God, and He will take them, and He'll put them in a nothing box, and you won't have to worry about them anymore unless you are reminded. So,
yeah.
But when you are not thinking about yourself, you are allowing God to come in and talk.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So tip number 4, focus on just hearing from God. Let your mind relax, and you need to take captive every thought that you know isn't from God. That's pretty obvious sometimes.
Yeah.
We can just start thinking things and it's like, wait a second, I know this isn't from God.
And that doesn't line up with the Word either.
That's right. And
that's one way you'll know.
Yeah, and in the Bible it says take every thought captive. So that's one thing we need to do.
Yep.
So then you can just tell those thoughts to just get out of your head. Just be like, go away.
Yep.
And they have to do that.
Yeah.
They have to do what you say.
Yep. You have authority over them because
do.
Jesus gave you that authority when you became a believer.
That's right.
But you didn't know that. But now you do.
And if you're not a believer, that's how you do it.
That's right.
You can become a believer. Go to our website. I'm going to go ahead and tell them. www.themessengersradio.com. And we have a page on there that says, how does it say it? It talks about
salvation.
Talks about salvation.
Yeah.
How to obtain salvation.
Right.
So click on that page, read through it, really open your heart to God, and it's not as hard as you think it is.
Right.
It's really just all about a heart change.
Yeah. So thinking about those 4 tips we just talked about, this may take some time, okay? Don't expect just to hear from God after a few minutes until you have a better relationship with Him.
Yeah.
That allows that kind of thing, you know? But really take your time and focus on God. when you have a hectic day or you just have one coming up,
Depending on
You know.
when you're trying to focus on God.
yeah, and you and listen to Him, but
Yeah.
you may have to take a while longer to calm down and focus. Right?
So don't be mad at yourself or God. Don't
Why'd
be
you
mad at
point to
God. Don't be mad at God. If you don't hear anything right away, just keep asking to hear from Him, and He will honor that request.
Yeah.
When we put the effort into it, that's a big part of it. We have to put the effort into it. He's not going to do everything on His own. So when you do that, you're showing God that you care about Him and you care about what He has to say to you. You really can't just like half-heartedly try to listen to God. It's just like, okay, God, whatever, if you want to say something, I'll listen. You know, no big deal. But I'm not going to put the time in to just stop and try and listen. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, because relationships don't work that way either.
That's right.
Relationship with-
Two-way
with-
relationship.
With a husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend, or friends. I mean, you talk to friends and you listen. You know, you got to have that kind of relationship with God because you have to be able to talk to Him, which you can anytime. But you also need to stop and listen because He's talking to you all the time, whether you think so or not. So,
Yeah, that's right. So these are just some of the ideas that we wanted to get out to you. Just some little quick pointers. This may not be as easy as you think, but it's very worth it.
not in the beginning, at least.
So,
right?
yeah, not in the beginning.
It takes some practice.
Yeah, it does. It takes some practice and some time, doing it. Then it'll come easier. Then, like I'm trying to get right now to where I can hear Him anywhere I go, no matter what's going on around me. And, I've been a Christian for a while, but I've got to take that time to just tune everything else out and just focus on God and do that in just a minute.
Right.
And so that's one thing that I'm really working on. So it's gonna happen. I know it will. So sometimes, like for someone, it is really easy. Sometimes they just start and it's like, okay, I can hear from God. That's no problem. But for other people, it may take some time, and that's okay. That's okay. It's not a bad thing to do that. It all depends, really, like we said, on our relationship with God. If you want to grow in your relationship, you need to show Him that you're willing to do your part.
So that sounds kind of funny. If you want to grow, you got to show.
That's right.
So that is our episode for today. Yeah, it was pretty good. That was off the cuff. Well, I don't have any cuffs right now. I rolled my sleeves up. So hope we got something out of how to hear from God today. So if you haven't done it already, subscribe to our YouTube channel down below and then hit that bell notification because our son says if you do that, then you'll be able to know when we upload something new.
A video.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's ding, 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 ding. I don't think does it do a bell? Bing, 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 bing. No, I guess not. Probably not. I don't know. But the bell notification lets you know when we do it, and when you subscribe, you will know when we upload stuff. So that's great.
That's right.
And right here, I'm going to put right up there. There's going to be our social media links for Facebook, and for Instagram, and for Twitter, right above her head. It's going to be cool. So we hope you guys got something out of this, though. And however you may be listening to us, whether it's day or night, we hope you are following the Lord and getting closer and closer to Him. And that you can learn to hear Him. Yeah.
That's right.
So until next episode.
We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.